Hello, this is me and my boyfriend's forever world, and this is the house I never finished because I have too high hopes and standards when it comes to my own building skills, which is kind of stupid. But today I wanted to explore our forever world, so let's go. As of recording this, it's Christmas, and I guess maybe I'm feeling a little lonely because I woke up today alone, surrounded by no one, because my boyfriend went to celebrate with his family. And in my family, we only really celebrate on the evening, so I only really see them in the evening. And even though I'm pretty used to it, I guess it feels a little lonely to be waking up on Christmas alone. And now I'm playing Minecraft and maybe feeling like a lot of people that I know celebrate very differently. Even though I'm used to it, I guess maybe I'm feeling a little weird about it. But I know that it passes. I'm just excited for Christmas to be over. But this passes, and this time of the year, like anything else, just comes and goes, and I'm glad that's the way of the world. Good things come and go, and same with the bad. And some things stick, but all dies in the end. Does any of you guys reflect more on your past when the year comes to a close? Because I see a pattern with myself here. I've been thinking way more about people who are not in my life anymore, and I wonder if that's all connected to the year ending and a new one beginning. Maybe it's a good idea to reflect over the people you're in. What the fuck did I write? Maybe it's a good idea to reflect over the people who are in our lives, because the people we surround ourselves with directly impacts us and our happiness quite a lot. I remember I was so stressed a few years ago when I was in a different friend group, and looking back, it was clearly not a good fit for me, but it's really hard to actually tell at the time. I'm kind of in a slump lately, and I'm struggling to pull myself out of it. I don't know if you can hear, but I'm sick. And when I'm sick, I'm not going to the gym. And when I'm not going to the gym, I feel terrible. I eat terrible. I hate... Oh, I was going to say something really mean about myself, but I'm not a big fan of myself when I'm not going to the gym because I'm eating like shit and I'm feeling a lot worse. And not to overshare, but work has been a little difficult for me. I started a new job about a month and a half back, and I now work at a school for kids with special needs. And I've worked with people with special needs before, and I've had a great time. And I think maybe I've been very lucky with the people I've been working with and my colleagues and actually everything. Because this time around, it's a lot more challenging, and some of the students are violent, and I've gotten hit a few times. And that's been a little, I don't know if traumatizing is the right word, but I've definitely felt weird about it. Oh my god, sorry for being so vague. I don't even know what I'm feeling, but I just know that I don't really want to go back to work. And I have about 4 days off before I have to work 2 more days, and then it's New Year's. Yay! I'm gonna get back into New Year's. I'm gonna talk more about New Year's later, but I'm thinking that maybe I just want more time off, and that's not a good sign. If I don't want to come into work, then am I really enjoying my job? I don't know, I'm not sure. And like applying for a new job is such a hassle, especially in this market. I live in Norway and in Oslo, and finding a job is really, really hard. So I'll probably just end up not working, and I can't do that. If this is like too dramatic and too much of me oversharing, I don't know if you can tell, but I haven't had a therapist in a while, because she just told me like, oh, Michelle, everything is going so good with you now. Maybe you want to like see each other less frequently. And I was like, no, I love hanging out with you. No. And then she kept like bringing this topic up of me like reducing the times I see her each month. And eventually I got the hint. I was like, okay, like she has a waiting list. She has people on a waiting list. Maybe she's trying to like free up some time, but like by telling me that I'm cured and I can leave. So I finally took the hint. I was like, okay, I think maybe I don't really need to see you at all anymore. So I don't have a therapist, and now I'm kind of missing it because now things aren't that good anymore. Also, whenever, like the last year of me having a therapist, I would feel like, oh my god, everything's shit. I need to see her right now. And then I booked an appointment, and then I saw her the next week, and then everything was fine, because I've like solved the issue by me seeing her again. But I went to a therapist for, I think like 7 years. I first started when I was 18, 19, and then I stopped this year. I think it must have been like a few months back.
I'm gonna die. Oh my god. I'm gonna edit that out. What the fuck? Oh, baby donkey! What the fuck? I've never seen that. Baby donkey? Why is it like that? Oh my god, that's so scary! Why is it like that?
I highly recommend a therapy if you are anxious. I didn't know I had anxiety, but oh my god. I'm almost cured of my anxiety now. It's crazy, and I've had it since I was a kid. So go to therapy, guys. But yeah, I've been stressing about a lot of things lately, guys. Like, we're getting some cats. We're cat sitting some cats, and I'm gonna pick them up later tomorrow, and I'm a little like, ugh, I love them. They're very nice cats, but we have a really small apartment, and they're gonna stay here for a few days, and they're used to living in a huge house and being able to run outside in the forest, and they can't leave our apartment while we're cat sitting them, because then they would just get lost, and also we live in an apartment, so they wouldn't be able to, like, it would not be efficient. But I'm just stressing about like the logistics, and I can tell with myself when I'm starting to stress about one thing, another thing, and another thing. Things just keep popping up of me stressing about stuff. So when I was stressing about work, all of a sudden I'm stressing about the cats, and then I'm stressing about New Year's Eve, oh my god, and then Christmas. Everything's just stressful, and that's not a good sign, guys. Another stressful factor for me has been YouTube, because I have really high hopes of what I want to make, but I have so many ideas and thoughts, and ideas I already said. But I really struggle to act on those and actually create stuff, because we have a really good saying in Norwegian, dørstokkmila, like the mile, wait, it's like a really, how the fuck do I explain that? I'll just put up a screenshot maybe of a translation. Yes, perfect. Thinking is way easier than actually doing something, which is why it's the thought that counts suck, because it does not. I'm thinking a lot of good stuff, but it's your actions that actually matter. I have really high hopes in terms of what content I make and how I make it, and perhaps I will finish something. Hopefully this is out there and you're watching it and you can think, haha, she did it, and I will think, haha, I did it, and we will have that little thing together, and it will be really great. I really hope so. I have so many drafts, and I need to start making them. So I hope you enjoy something a little more low effort, because that's all I'm able to create at this moment. I'm sorry, but I really enjoy watching this type of content. I love Nico, for example, and his Minecraft videos where he explores his forever world and just chats. I think that's really comforting, and that's definitely the vibe for today. Yeah, I told you I'd touch upon New Year's Eve. I'm stressed about it. I'm invited to places, which sounds like bragging, and it's not. I wish I was bragging, but I don't really want to be invited somewhere. I want to stay home or actually just go on a vacation, because I find New Year's to be so stressful. In our culture here in Norway, at least, you're supposed to go somewhere, you're supposed to get drunk and like party really hard, see a lot of people, post a lot of full glam, beautiful pictures on Instagram, and I can't be bothered. I don't want to be here. I want to be somewhere where they don't celebrate New Year's, or I want to be somewhere alone with my boyfriend where we can celebrate on our own. But unfortunately, I will be in Oslo, and I'm invited to places, and I love my friends, and I really want to see them. My OG friend group, usually one of us, or the same beautiful woman, is hosting yet another New Year's Eve party, and I really want to go there. But my friend, who I rarely ever see, also invited me to his house party, which will probably be a little crazy, and I don't really want something crazy, but I want to see him, so I don't know what to do. And I don't drink. I haven't been drinking for maybe 9 months. That's for another video, a whole story about that. But anyways, I won't be drinking, so partying hard isn't really happening. But yes, if you're not looking forward to New Year's either, join the gang. I would so much rather just play Minecraft, and if any one of you are planning on doing that instead of celebrating, go you. I root for that. I think being an adult in your mid-20s is really weird, because there's just so many expectations from everyone and from yourself. People around me are getting married, having children, buying apartments, buying fucking houses, renovating houses, doing all these crazy stuff. and then I'm staying at home playing video games. And I feel like it's just a weird time where people are just way apart from each other in terms of accomplishments and what they're doing with their lives. And that's kind of stressing me out because I also want to buy an apartment and I don't want to have kids, but maybe I'd like to have a cat. And I feel like people are also pushing me to like buy a property and I can't afford it. What the fuck? So I guess maybe that's what I'm feeling the most, that like I'm in this really weird era of my life, and I want it to be over, and I want to like grow up more and like not be in this transitional period where people are all over the spectrum of things to do as an adult. And I think it's natural to compare yourself to other people, even though it's not beneficial in any way, shape, or form. But I'm sure some of you maybe that are listening are also feeling the same way. And I think it's so weird because only 2 years ago, or maybe 1 year ago, I would not been thinking this way, because then I would kind of think of myself more as in my early 20s, and that's just like a completely different time, for me at least, than in my mid 20s. Because now I'm thinking of different things. I'm not like going out every weekend getting drunk or studying or like doing drugs or like having a fucking blast in that way. Now I want to like settle down a bit more, but also explore the world and just keep on learning. I've been so into learning about like countries and borders and like studying maps. Like what the fuck? Me at 23 would never. Like me at 23 was so obsessed with K-pop, and I mean I still am, but like I would buy albums and like hope I got the right Jin photo card. Growing up and aging is so weird, and I'm so thankful I get to do it, and I hope what do I hope? I hope something is being hoped. I mentioned having too high standards when it comes to the content that I make and publish on here. That's also true for my Minecraft building skills, which is really unfair because I've not played enough Minecraft to be able to have these incredibly high standards for my building projects. I don't really know how building works here. I'm like building a rectangle and putting a roof kind of on top of it, and I should be proud of that. Minecraft building shouldn't be something like so Pinterest worthy, crazy, extreme. Like just make something, right? So that's what I'm thinking with this house, that I'm just gonna make something, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, I don't care. Actually, I can redo it, but also it's not that serious. Nothing's that serious. And that's another thing about kind of growing up a bit more that I'm so thankful for. The way I think of myself now compared to like 2 years ago, 3 years ago is so different. Now I'm like, oh, I don't care if someone sees me without makeup, or if I'm going out in my pajamas. I'll go to the store in my pajamas and I don't care, because my opinion of myself and my boyfriend's opinion of myself are the only opinions I care about. But when I was 22, I was like, oh my god, what if not everyone thinks I'm so hot? What if like this guy at the bus don't find me attractive? Oh my god, I'll literally unalive myself. And that's so stupid, because everyone has so vast opinions about how they want certain people to look. Like my mom, she wishes I would wear more cardigans. My dad wishes I'd pull that goddamn septum ring out of my nose. And then my boyfriend thinks my septum ring is really cool. You know, like, you can never please everyone. So if you can please yourself, that's like the best thing. Please yourself, guys. Buy a vibrator. And with that, ladies, gentlemen, and other royalty, I will be signing off. My voice is not good. And I'm proud of myself for recording this, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it's out there. I really hope I've edited and posted it by now. Jesus fuck. This is your sign if you're procrastinating and doing something you really want, like a YouTube channel, social media, a knitting project. Do it. Do it. No one's gonna do it for you. Even if you have many good ideas, that doesn't matter if you don't act upon those ideas. So this is your sign. Go do the things you're procrastinating, and I love you, and hopefully I see you next time. But okay, see you guys. Bye bye.